Hello everyone, welcome. Today I'm just going to be talking about dumb phones, what dumb phones I have, how it's helped me and how it might help you, and the apps that I have on my dumb phone. So if you don't know what a dumb phone is, it's basically just a phone that can't use all of the features of a smartphone. For example, a phone that can't really use Instagram or Snapchat or things like that. Phone addiction is becoming a really big problem. It's hurting a lot of young people's mental health. It's just becoming a real issue when it comes to everyday life with a lot of people. And so, hopefully, in this video, I'll shine a bit of light on why you might want a dumb phone or how it might help you. And maybe I'll convince a few of you. But yeah, so I'm going to start off with showing you guys what's on my Unihertz Jelly 2, which is the first dumb phone that I got. It's not really a dumb phone, but you can make it a dumb phone very easily, and it's very small, so it's really annoying to use. And the second one I'm going to be showing you is my 902KC or 903KC if you are in America, which is made by Kyocera. So yeah. Right, so this is my Jelly 2. I've had it for about 3 years. It's in pretty good condition. It's got a fingerprint scan on the back, and then on the side, it's got a red button which you can program to anything you want. And apart from that, it's basically just a really small smartphone. I haven't got my SIM card in it right now. I've got it in my 902KC. I use a minimalist launcher, and I just kind of put my daily apps on there, so it's really just WhatsApp, Audible, and Spotify. As you can see, I mean, it is really small. It's the same size as a bank card, which I think makes it one of the best dumb phones which you can start with, because it's so small and so annoying to use that you just don't want to use it. Combined with just taking off your socials like Instagram. You can just use Instagram and stuff on your computer and take it off your phone. And yeah, this does everything you need it to without being distracting, I find. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this if you're looking for like an entry device into getting dumb phones. I would recommend the Jelly 2. This is my 902KC. It's my current phone that I'm using. It does have a camera which you can scan QR codes and things like that, which can be really helpful actually. So many stuff like requires scanning QR codes nowadays, and it honestly gets on my nerves a little bit. But this thing can do that. So on the side, it does have a side button which can show you like the time, the battery life, and there's a pedometer on it as well. And then when you open it, it's super nice to hold. It's really nice, like if you're holding it one-handed, and the buttons are really clicky, and it's so satisfying. Such a satisfying phone. It's really simple to use, especially to get apps on. Only took me about half an hour to an hour. But yeah, this is basically all I have on it. Just WhatsApp messages, Spotify, Audible, and my uni app for like logging into lectures, checking my timetable and stuff like that. But yeah, apart from that, I basically have nothing on it. Oh, apart from Firefox Lite. Just in case I'm in a bit of a spot and I need to look something up. But yeah, it's a super nice phone. My current daily phone. And yeah, it's never let me down really. It is a bit of a pain to import to the UK, especially, but apart from that, I've loved every second of using it. So yeah. Okay, thank you for everyone who's made it this far. So now I'm just going to talk to you guys about the impacts that it's had on my life, and hopefully, if you guys do the same or if you've done the same, what it will have on your life. So, the biggest one and the first one I'm going to talk about is time and productivity. What you'll find is that when you get a dumb phone, you're going to have a lot more time on your hands. I mean, this is just because, that time that you filled with going on TikTok or going on Instagram, you've now got to do any hobby that you want. It can be very daunting at first, especially when you, like me, if you have an underdeveloped leisure life or had an underdeveloped leisure life. I didn't know what to fill my time with, so I was craving going on my phone a lot in the first, I would say, few weeks or a month. This is the time for you to just explore what you want to do in your free time. Explore hobbies, maybe art, maybe making music, maybe sports, maybe something like that. There's so many things, so many things to fill your time with that is more meaningful to you. You just have to find it. That really helped me with just finding meaning in general with what I was doing. And then with productivity, the impacts of phones on attention span and things like that, so it reducing focus makes it so hard to study and stay productive. If you get rid of it, the first few weeks it doesn't really feel like it's getting much easier, but I promise you it will get easier. You'll find it easier to focus. You'll be less distracted in general. It makes a really big difference. Okay, so second of all is general happiness. So there are two things that really contributed to changing in happiness. Number one is the impact on dopamine. Getting natural dopamine instead of artificial from your phone, where you're constantly farming dopamine from these, short form TikTok videos and things like that. And second of all was just doing a lot more things that I enjoyed. So I do a lot more sports now. I read a lot. Sometimes I crochet. I do things which I enjoy. Now I play the ukulele. Before I didn't do any of this stuff. I would just go on my phone. And now that I have things that have meaning to me, now that I do things that have meaning to me, I found that I'm a lot more happy, not only when I'm doing them in my free time, but also just in everyday life. I'm a lot more happy than I used to be. And maybe you will too, if you think that if you're kind of stuck in a rut right now and you want to try different ways of getting out of one, or maybe if you're just not really content with how you're living day to day, being on your phone a lot, then maybe this is something that you ought to try. Okay, next is being present. So being present in the moment. The amount of people, they'll be with their friends and they'll just be on their phone. They're not getting any meaning from this interaction, like someone who's talking, making conversation, and learning new things about different people, meeting new people. But not only this, it also applies to just general life. I'm going to give you an example. I was on a road trip with my family. I was going through Europe and I ended in, halfway through was in Norway. We were going through the lakes of Norway and we stopped on top of a mountain looking over a huge lake that then went out to the sea. It was absolutely beautiful. At this time, this was before I was into dumb phones. This was before I was out of social media. And this was before my channel started. And I just felt nothing. I didn't feel happy. I didn't feel amazed. I just felt nothing. It felt like that whole road trip, when I look back at it now, it feels like it wasn't worth it because I wasn't present. It was really long journeys. I just spent the whole time on my phone, and then when we got out to look around, I just wanted to be on my phone. That's what being on your phone does to you. And yeah, that was definitely like one of my wake up calls when I was like, this is a really big problem and this is getting out of hand. So if you're struggling to be present and find meaning in, not only little things, but big things in life, then, this is probably a problem for you. And lastly is, reduction in expectations. So on social media, everything is glorified, everything is made to look perfect. As soon as you get out of social media, you get back into the real world. And when you spend time off social media, you kind of realize how bad it really is. Life isn't just all, happy all the time. Not everything is perfect. And especially with things like body image, when you go on social media and you're just seeing people who you just wish you looked like, and you go off social media and you look at yourself and you don't feel happy. Getting rid of, especially social media, but getting rid of your phone in general and just kind of disconnecting from all of it, for me, it really helped me with things like self-image and just expectations of day-to-day life. And I think that was also one of the things that really helped with my happiness after I got rid of my phone. So yeah, that's about everything that I can think of off the top of my head. I have written a few things down, but yeah, so hopefully for anyone who's kind of on the fence about getting a dumb phone, maybe this you know, made you make your decision. If you've never even heard of a dumb phone, or if you've never even heard of like the movement, or you've never even thought about it, then hopefully this means something to you. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. Cheers.